2.
Good morning, and this is Wake Up Albany. I'm Greg Pollack.
I'm Anna Urena.
I'm Juanita Morton.
I'm Ivana Elliott.
And I'm Sasmin.
And this is our second episode of Wake Up Albany for Wednesdays. It's February 11th, 2009. It's currently 37 degrees in Albany, and today we're going up to a high of 52 with a chance of showers later in the day. It feels so much better than last week. I mean, it was incredible. 8 degrees last week, 37 right now. It's quite a difference.
It's gorgeous. I walked outside and felt like it was spring. I could hear the
Right,
birds
yeah.
calling.
I saw the sun and I was so excited. I was just like, wow, it feels so warm outside.
Well, today we'll be having this bit of rain later in the day, and later on tonight we'll have a more steady rain with a low of 42. It really is quite a difference from last week, and enjoy it, but we are under a flood watch because of the excessive snow that's still on the ground and the expected rains for tonight, and we could be seeing some flooding in the area, so I just be mindful of that. The National Weather Service has that posted. So let's deal with weather.
Today in New Albany is the Study Abroad Fair, which will be held in the LCs. Go and find out information to how you can go to China, Germany, or Spain for education purposes.
Do any of you guys have any plans to study abroad?
I thought about it, like I really wanted to. I just never got around to it. It's like the core curriculum here for my major. It's really like strict, and I'm going all overseas. I don't know. I really want to do it though.
Yeah, the experience is tremendous, and then you get to network and meet new
Yeah.
people.
Definitely. It's definitely something you guys should take advantage of.
Experiencing new culture, definitely.
Exactly. So just an update on the whole Chris Brown story. Regarding Chris Brown and Rihanna, the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office has asked police to do more investigative work before a decision is made on whether or not charges will be filed on a domestic violence case. Also, Rihanna has been dropped from CoverGirl. This may not be permanent, but it is temporary. They also stopped showing the Chris Brown commercials for Wrigley's Gum, and he has been dropped from the Got Milk commercials, and advertisements. So that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
She had more coverage with CoverGirl just because of the whole research going on.
Good. Okay.
She didn't do anything.
I guess just her having to do with the whole issue, everything that's going on. Very unfortunate.
She was also the victim, and it's a shame because Chris Brown was talking about how he lives in an abusive family just a couple of months ago.
Well, it is all alleged, so the details might have been not true, all of them, but hopefully everything works out. And Chris Brown will be back in business along with Rihanna.
Not if he hit a woman.
It's not cool.
It's not acceptable.
No.
It's
It
not.
isn't. He just wants his career for himself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was a fan, but
And I do like the Wrigley's commercials, so I'm kind of upset I'm not going to see it anymore with him dancing and.
I will
Right.
cry
I
about
guarantee
that.
he'll be back. Don't worry
I
about it. He'll
hope
definitely
so.
be back. In about a year, he'll be back in full swing. Guaranteed. I mean, Britney Spears was back after she.
And how many kids has she had so far?
That's true, you're right.
Yeah, he was a woman.
Allegedly. Okay.
Okay, in international political news, the Israeli election has yet to come to a close. With 99% of the votes counted, the Israeli radio reported that, I'm going to get this name wrong, Zevi Livni of Israel's centralist Labour Party was marginally ahead. But the votes of the soldiers have yet to be counted, so we're still waiting on who's going to win this election. It's all up in the air. Yeah, all up in the
It was
air.
really interesting. They both declared victory. They actually both said, I won. Isn't that incredible?
That is funny.
Both of them are, I mean, one of them is going to fall on their face. And we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, so in national news, we have Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, sorry about that, who's threatening about 10,000 state employees to being laid off their job. He's trying to release $2 billion in New York unemployment insurance money. Oh wait, sorry, confusion. That's the New York story, sorry. Not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyways, what is happening is that right now, we had about 175,000 increase from last year's average of unemployment claims. as opposed to this year now we have 4,000 and 403,000 altogether. Sorry about that. It's just like, and Governor Patterson actually, sorry, not Schwarzenegger, he's agreed to additional funding just because he doesn't want us to run out of benefit money by the fiscal year by March 31st.
Exactly.
So he's increasing it.
That makes sense.
All right, well, of course, the headline in today's papers was Alex Rodriguez, yet again. After he admitted to the use of steroids in 2001-2003 with New York Rangers, while partying with strippers last night, he came back with his ex-wife, Cynthia Rodriguez. Of course, she's very brokenhearted about this, and it was just a shock to her, I think. And it was just another story with Alex Rodriguez's life in this past week of humility.
I feel like he's just on a downward spiral.
He really is. Well, is he still with Madonna?
He was all alleged.
Really?
They're friends.
They're not with a legend.
Alleged.
A legend. Oh, okay. I think it's a legend.
But,
Okay, tomorrow, dress casual and go to the Subq Arena for a job fair where there will be dozens of employers looking for interns and more. It's a great work. It's a great way if you want to get to know corporations and etc., especially if you're a business major. So definitely head out there.
Networking. Very important.
That is important. That's why we're here.
Trying to see your options kind of relevant.
exactly. And it helps, so when you graduate, you get your internships, you can have a job, don't have to struggle. Like,
Right.
a lot of people are these days, so definitely take advantage of that tomorrow.
Right.
But even if you have a job, just go.
Yeah,
See
just
what
go.
happens, talk to people, maybe you have something lined up.
Exactly.
If you
Your resume.
leave your job. So
Right,
definitely,
your
definitely have to. Yeah, just like your resume.
That is
Let them
important.
know.
Yeah. So more on entertainment news, rapper DMX has been placed on lockdown by sheriff deputies and will only receive bread and water. A press release from the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office indicates that the rapper was removed on Sunday night and placed on lockdown for allegedly threatening to assault detention officers. Sheriff Joe Arapio stated, DMX will be treated like any other prisoner in my jail and I will not tolerate him threatening my staff. And what's funny, he's supposed to be coming out with a gospel album within the next year, so I think that's hilarious.
It's crazy because T.I. has that road to redemption coming out.
Yeah.
Because of his gun
Came out
charges.
yesterday.
It did come out yesterday. It did come out
Right.
yesterday. I don't know. It seems like rappers just, it's horrible for hip hop. They just keep getting in trouble. Like,
Right.
definitely
And
gives a
then-
bad name to
Right.
hip hop.
T.I.
I think that's the norm, actually. A bad name.
Yeah. I mean, lately I hate to say it, but it's true.
Unfortunately, it is, but
I mean, I think all genres of music, like rock has their
Right.
Yeah.
druggies.
That's just-
Hip hop just happens to have some artists who,
Aren't really doing what they're
but
supposed
T.I. now,
to
he's
do.
helping people and he's trying to help young kids, and that's what his show is all about.
The most important thing is that they learn from it, and hopefully it doesn't happen again.
And DMX is not a
Unfortunately,
good figure anyways.
that is true.
Get to the rest of the lyrics. In sports news. Ex-Met Roberto Alomar has, allegedly, according to his ex-girlfriend, has full-blown AIDS. And he insisted on having unprotected sex with her, so she is suing him for $15 million. Sal said Sal did not contract the disease, but she is claiming that Alomar jeopardized the health of her and her kids. And so she is suing. She didn't even get the disease, so I don't see where the
Right, yeah.
Well,
lawsuit
still,
is.
that's still putting her life in jeopardy, so. I
I
might
mean, she had a
sue.
chance of getting it, so
Yeah,
I mean,
she
she
did.
got lucky by
Exactly.
not getting it. I mean,
You're not-
I know, but it's also the fact that her kids live with her, and if someone has HIV, there's restrictions like that, so.
Exactly.
His father said he didn't even know that he had the disease, and it's all in the air. It's all a legend. But
That's
see what
what
happens.
happens
We'll
with
find
that.
out in a couple of days.
I have an update on the Putnam crash that occurred on April 20th. We spoke to you about that on Monday briefly. So currently the trial is actually going on, and there has been two testimonies. Both have been kind of against each other, I guess you could say. The varying testimonies, Arnold Lawrence, who's 18, claims that he has sneaked up beer and smoked marijuana in St. Andrew's house, except his parents weren't aware of the situation at the time. More like, his dad found him one time to Jimmy Joe's St. Andrews, who's actually in trial with his wife, Kelly St. Andrews. And he forbade them to smoke in the house after catching them doing this. The next witness, Jessica Scuderi, who's 19, testifies that Kelly St. Andrews actually came out during one of these parties to hand one of the guys there a telephone for a phone call, I guess. But there was drinking going on at that party too, and they were obviously smoking marijuana, and one of the guys was actually passed out by the fireworks. And just to refresh your mind, in case you didn't watch us on Monday, the accident was actually in Route 22 when St. Andrews, their son Dustin St. Andrews, stole one of the cars and drove with 4 other people in the car and ran off the road. And then he ended up killing 2 of the teenage girls who was with him, and the other 3 people, including himself, had minor injuries. And he has pleaded to manslaughter. Pleaded to manslaughter, actually.
That's really sad.
It's just interesting to see how both witnesses are saying such different testimonies.
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually found it interesting that Jimmy Joe's St. Andrews forbade them to smoke in the house. But I mean, that's kind of sending the message it's okay for you to smoke
As long
outside.
as you do it elsewhere.
Exactly.
So, it's really insane.
I guess we'll see more as the trial unfolds. Okay.
All right, well, the Westminster Dog Show was last night. I guess you catch it. I have the results. Which breeds came up on top. The best in show for the whole thing was the Sussex Spaniel from the, I think from the toy group? No, non-sporting group, I think. The nickname of that dog was Stomp. And so we're going to go down the list and see which dogs won each category. The winner in the hound group was a Scottish Deerhound, nicknamed Tiger Woods. Yes. The winner in the terrier group was the Scottish Terrier, nicknamed Sadie. The winner in the non-sporting group was the Standard Poodle, nicknamed Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he can. Okay. All right. The winner in the herding group was the Poolie, nicknamed Conrad. And the winner in the toy group was Brussels Griffin, nicknamed Lincoln. So it was a cute show. Yeah, right?
But yes, I wonder where that nickname came from. Yes.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe from Obama's Yes campaign.
Yes.
It was inspired.
I wonder.
Yes, he will win.
I wonder if you
Yes.
say yes around the dog, if it actually responds to you. You're generally just saying yes, like answering someone's question.
Right. Yes, I do that.
I think you're the
Woof.
Wow. Yesterday in city news. Yesterday, parents protested city closings of daycare. Hundreds of parents, children, and daycare providers jammed the steps of the Education Department yesterday to demand to know where their kids will go when the city shuttered daycare centers in September. The city is trying to close a $62 million budget gap by closing classrooms that are serving 5-year-old children of mostly low-income parents, which I find extremely unfair and extremely unnecessary.
That's really crazy. Especially, these parents are making low income. They have to go to work. Who's going to watch the children? It just really complicates
A lot of them are single.
Exactly.
And if it was the whole community, I bet you it wouldn't be happening. If it was kids in suburbs and kids in cities, it would not be happening at all, because parents obviously want their kids to start off with a good education at an early age.
Exactly.
Sad.
That's horrible. Hi, so Bob Marley drinks, luggage, stationery, hotels, and video games could soon appear after the late reggae star's family struck a merchandise deal. The family has recently teamed up with private equity firm Hillco to capitalize on his name and songs to stop bootleggers. A Bob Marley coffee will be one of the first items on the market. Another plan is to open a global chain of One Love cafes where people can come, eat Jamaican food, and talk about music. That's really fun. Interesting, right? Also,
Sounds really, really delicious.
yeah, right? They'll also be coming out with headphones, snowboards, shoes, musical instruments, and electronics. So,
Snowboard?
yes, snowboards.
Yeah, that's actually
They definitely do that in Jamaica.
Well, snowboards, you know, I mean, hey, anything. That's actually really interesting. That should be fun. They actually have a spa open in the Bahamas that is dedicated to him. So yeah, that should be really cool. Maybe they'll open one in Albany. That would be fun.
They could always have things there.
Exactly.
All right, Maxim magazine famously has slammed Sarah Jessica Parker as the unsexiest woman alive. She's seen on page 25 of the Daily News with hook-like shoes. So unsexy. Check it out.
Well, I don't think Sarah Jessica Parker's that bad. I mean, I loved her in Sex and the City.
She looks pretty good in those RNA commercials I see.
She does.
She has no sex appeal, but
I mean,
Hey,
I
you're a strange-looking woman.
yeah.
I don't think
Her
she's.
outfits were just a
nose
little
fit.
at previous episode, but I thought she was cool.
See, I
liked
love.
her.
See, me personally, I love all of her outfits. I think they make a statement.
One of the
Did you
hat.
say-
I saw that one.
But she had a
And it
line
makes
at
a
Secret
statement.
Barracks.
Sorry.
She had a line at Secret Barracks.
Oh, yeah.
And then
What's
it
it
closed
called?
up.
Bitten. It's called.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I remember seeing that.
$8 a down.
I mean, I think it's important in fashion for people to make a statement.
Right.
Not wear everything else that, whatever everybody else is wearing, to kind of, change it up a little bit. So maybe her camel-toed shoes
Definitely out there.
were okay.
Those shoes.
That's a bad fashion statement. I don't.
Guarantee you that goes in the direction that they actually sell more of them.
I
Guarantee.
do guarantee it.
Yeah.
How much they cost? Like $250 plus.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will be.
Well,
They were
I
very
mean, they'll
expensive.
probably have knockoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
You might see
We'll
them
probably
at
see them
Baker's
around
or
the
Aldo. That would be hilarious. I might get a pair. You might see me on
I'll
campus.
take them from
Next time. Next week you'll probably wear them too.
No, she's
Okay, so in international news, we actually have a suicide bombing that happened in Afghanistan capital today, early morning, which ended up killing 19 people and 27 altogether, which included 8 militants. The Taliban fighters actually stormed the Justice Ministry as well as another government building on Afghanistan's capital. President Barack Obama was actually scheduled for a special envoy to visit the sites, so it's kind of interesting to see where that's going to be now. 3 out of the 8 bombers actually set up their bombs, and the other 5 was killed in a shootout. The interesting part is one of the spokesperson for Taliban, Zaibullah Mujahid, he claimed the attacks were in response to the alleged mystery of Taliban's prisoners in Afghanistan government. This is in connection to an early Sunday video that was released by the Pakistani Taliban militants, where they actually beheaded a Polish engineer, and they wanted them to release 30 prisoners from their prisons. But what ended up happening was the negotiations broke down when they wanted release of one particular prisoner who had ties to Al-Qaeda. So after that, they threatened that there was going to be more killings done. So not 2 days, sorry, I reported that on Monday, but a couple of days later, we have, the bombings. So it's just like a pattern going on and on.
Constant violence in that area. Oh, yeah. Day after day.
It's like heart-wrenching to watch
It is.
people die.
It really is. It's definitely an emotional thing. So hopefully everything will be taken care of soon and all of that will stop. But we'll see.
Okay, well, turning down to sports again. Albany, men's lacrosse. Do you know anything about men's lacrosse? Anything
Yes.
about?
I used to play lacrosse.
Oh, really?
I played lacrosse for a while. Yes.
Hey.
I may not look like a lacrosse player, but I did play.
You might be excited about this news.
Yeah.
Albany is ranked among the top 20 teams nationally in men's lacrosse in the preseason polls. They're ranked number 12 in the Inside Lacrosse list, and in the Lacrosse magazine, they have them at number 18.
Exciting.
It's incredible, right? I mean, We're talking about the whole country here. Number 12 and 18. That's very impressive. And Virginia was picked number 1 in the list. Duke?
Where were they playing?
I'm not sure actually. I didn't get that information. Guarantee, yeah, they're definitely top 20. The men's lacrosse team takes on their first opponent at Denver on Saturday, February 21st. They are also a top 20 team, so they starting off their schedule on a high note, trying to get a win early. See how that turns out.
That is really
Actually, make me want to watch
exciting.
lacrosse.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Someone explain the game to me, but
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Well, she
they-
could explain it to you.
Yeah,
It's interesting. I did not expect like our lacrosse team to be so good.
not at all.
And then like over the summer while I was here, they had so many different lacrosse camps where you had kids from like age range of like 8 years old all the way to high school kids like who came here from camp. So I guess like that had some merit to that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
Well, that's exciting. Well, definitely try and go to the game, support our team, and that's really exciting.
definitely see some.
Yes, of course, of course.
Well, in other news, the number of felonies and violations in Albany County has risen since last year, the county sheriff James Campbell reported. There was actually a report this morning with a car hit a 66-year-old man and just kept on going, which is a hit and run. But yeah, it was reported this morning and there's no news update on that. But yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Yeah, it was a 66-year-old man.
Wow, that's
Rest in peace.
very unfortunate.
That
That they
is
find a
very
person who's driving a
Right.
car.
But
definitely.
it's unfortunate that Albany, like, the felonies and violations have risen.
So you guys feel safe on, like, I mean, I feel safe on campus, so,
Yeah, the security is great.
yeah, the security is great, so
Yeah.
we should be okay, but hopefully that will change downtown, the downtown area.
Right.
In other news, for the guys, Sports Illustrated magazine's cover girl this year will be Bar Raffaelli. She is a 23-year-old model who supposedly dates Leonardo DiCaprio. This will be her first Sports Illustrated cover. So that should be exciting. Sports Illustrated, I know. And also, Sports Illustrated actually is 5 times as profitable as the sports issues that the magazine produces. So that should be great for her, definitely. Very good coverage and just getting out there into the public eye. Definitely great for a model.
I love Leonardo.
Yeah, we all love Leonardo.
Supposed to be together in the third grade.
That's really exciting.
Titanic.
Well, this news affects us. USA Today reported that the first major financial cuts in the U.S. could very well affect education. They reported that on average, states will cut 18.5% over the next 3 years, which is savings of $80 billion, so-called, and over 50,000 publicly funded jobs will be lost.
Everything
Budget
just
cuts
keeps.
every single day. It's just
a
more of a
pattern
job
of
loss.
states cutting.
It is.
It's terrible.
Very
And now,
disheartening,
education, $50 billion lost, and that's just awful. It really is.
Now I have the story for the Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Sorry about the mix-up before. He has actually threatened to lay off about 10,000 state employees if the legislators do not approve a deal to help close the state's approximate $4.2 billion budget deficit. And the way he puts it is 10,000 jobs translate to about $750 billion annually. So I'll see how it's going to go. I mean, currently, state of California is running out of money. New York's having an issue with that whole unemployment. So it's just like definite pattern going on.
It's ridiculous.
All right, well, in NBA action last night, the Knicks lost. Yet again, doesn't seem I'm not surprised by this. Golden State beat them 144 to 127 for a 5th straight loss, making their record 21 and 30, and they're not looking good. They haven't looked good for the past 8 years. I don't know if they're going to look good for the next couple of days. So.
We tried to watch that game yesterday. We had hope.
We
Every
did
time
have
we watch
hope.
games, we have hope.
And we did have.
They look
Crashes.
promising.
Every single time the hope crashes.
Yeah, I know.
I just stopped watching it.
It's really well, what team is doing really, really good in the NBA right now? Unfortunately, I haven't really been keeping up with it so much.
Well, I mean, number one in the whole league is the LA Lakers with a 42-9 record or something. I forgot exactly what the record is, but they're number one in the whole
Now, are you just
league.
saying this because you're a Lakers fan?
No, they're number one. They
I know,
have the best
I checked
record.
it.
I mean, this is facts.
Okay.
You should check it out.
Speaking of which, they won last night 105-98 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. That was an incredible win. It's Oklahoma City Thunder. The worst team in the league. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter. It
I
was easy
haven't
for
heard
the
too much
Lakers.
about them, to be honest.
What's their record?
Very bad.
Much worse than the Knicks now.
Actually, the Knicks are probably the 8th to last place.
Oh, that's great.
It's not that bad for Knicks standards.
That's horrible.
Gosh, for our standards.
I am offended. Oh my gosh. I hope the Knicks start winning because this is kind of crazy. I can't take it anymore.
And
I
like you
know.
said in the beginning, the hope will crash. But a reminder again, today's a study abroad fair, so go check that out, where you can go to China, Germany, Spain, all for education purposes. So yeah.
I actually know several people who have done study abroad and they come back and they love the experience.
Right.
And some of my friends who want to go back into another region.
So you guys should definitely check it out.
I would definitely recommend Costa Rica. I did my senior year of high school there, and I enjoyed it. So I mean, I don't know if that's an
Your whole
option.
senior year?
Well, I did like 6 months.
How does she have to go?
6 months.
That's
yeah.
actually pretty
Wow.
Yes. Okay, so more news for the music fans. Blink-182. Are any of you guys Blink-182 fans? I was.
Me. Right?
Yeah.
I definitely was. They are actually going to be getting back together. It's official. The group hinted a reunion on stage at the Grammy Awards, and we can expect to hear new material from them this summer. So that is very exciting.
Right.
It's kind of like Matchbox 20 and Rob Thomas.
Yes.
They-
Kind
they-
of the same situation.
Exactly.
I think they're actually more adults than ever now, especially when I saw them at the Grammys. They grew up a lot.
Yeah, they did. I remember I listened to them. Was it the 4th grade? I was in the 4th grade or 5th grade. I can't remember, but I was a big fan. So
I
that's
used
very
to love
exciting.
them, and it's really good that all the new bands are coming back together.
Yeah, and their videos, they always had those crazy music videos that we all
They're
love to
actually
watch.
interesting to watch. Like I just like
Definitely.
How long have they been split up for?
Ooh,
I don't know.
I'm not too
5, 6
sure.
years?
5, 6 years, yep.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, yeah.
It's kind of like Destiny's Child and Beyonce.
Exactly, exactly. And hopefully, Beyonce and Destiny's Child will come back soon.
Yeah.
again.
Again.
Well, thank you. It was a good show. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you again next time, next Wednesday at
Tomorrow.
9:30.
Don't forget to tune in tomorrow.
Okay, I'm Juanita Morgan.
I'm Anna Urena.
And I'm Greg Pollock.
I'm Saucin.
And I'm Ivana Elliott. Thank you for watching.
Have a great day.
Bye.